Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am AskHeatherG and I have been wanting to do this video forever, but I wanted to have the proper trial and error, the proper research to be able to give you the best possible advice when going through this transition from using regular antiperspirants and deodorants to using natural alternative choices. So some of you may be wondering, why is it bad to use antiperspirant or deodorant? Hands down, number one thing that I found out, the first thing I found out that made me want to just stop using it was that deodorants contain, aside from all the other chemicals and artificial fragrances and stuff, they use aluminum in a lot of the products, and I could not get down with that. Why? Because that's literally a heavy metal that you're entering or you're swiping underneath your armpit, right in the region where your lymph nodes are. You're clogging your pores, and most importantly, some research has shown that allegedly it has led to cases of breast cancer, and I wanted no parts of that, and I don't want you to have any parts of that. So if you are looking to make the transition, here's what I did. Number one, you want to take some time to detox. I took, I think, 5 or 6 days to detox. And how do you do that? Number one, you stop wearing deodorant. And I know for some of you, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable in the beginning, but you know, in the scheme of life and having a healthier alternative to using these deodorants, I think that it's well worth it. So you want to take as much time as you possibly can. I was able to give 5 days. If you can go longer, go longer. But I just did not use deodorant at all. During that time, I was detoxing my armpits. So one of the ways that I would do that was I would take Epsom salt baths. And I do that anyway, but I was very focused on making sure that my armpits was submerged in the water. So you want to take 1 to 2 cups of Epsom salt, put that in your bath water. You want to soak in there. I mean, it's nice to let your entire body soak in, but you definitely want to make sure that your armpits are submerged into this water, and you're going to stand there anywhere between 25 and 45 minutes just soaking. You want your water to turn a grayish, brownish, murky color. That is not a sign of dirt necessarily coming out, but is a sign that it's pulling those heavy metals and toxins from underneath your skin and really ridding your body of those chemicals, toxins, heavy metals that may have entered into your body. You want to get rid of that. And you definitely, once going through this process, want to get rid of it underneath your armpits. I would then, while I'm soaking, I would sometimes take my nails and just kind of like scrape underneath there. You will literally, on your entire body, once those dead skin cells are coming up, like you're gonna see stuff coming up off of your skin. You'll probably get little gunk underneath your nails. I know it sounds gross, but you wanna get this off of your skin and off of your body. This is why I'm telling you this. So once we get past that process, the not so pretty process, I started with the deodorants. The first deodorant I tried is one called Lavalin. I did not like Lavalin. It did not mix with me well. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't great. And so that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on to the one that did work for me. I currently use a product called Clay Dry. I still use it. I like the scent of it. It actually is very effective, but not as effective as traditional deodorant or antiperspirant. And I don't want to be the funky girl. Do you want to be the funky girl or guy? I don't think so. So we had to make a modification to it. How did I do that? When I take my showers, I use Dr. Bronner's Castile soap in the peppermint fragrance. I like Castile soap because it's made from oils. I think the main ingredient is hemp oil. But anyway, it's a nice soap. I use that underneath my arm. I do not use any rags underneath my arm. I use my hand. I lather it up. I wash my armpits. That way I feel like I'm washing away all that bacteria. Number 2, I get out, I pat dry, and then I take 2 drops of tea tree oil, rub it in between my fingertips. And if you don't like the fragrance of tea tree oil alone, you definitely want to use the tea tree oil. You can mix the lavender oil in there if you don't like the smell or the scent of tea tree oil. But you want to use tea tree oil because it is a natural antiseptic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, and I just feel like before I even put that deodorant on, I am giving myself another way to kill and diminish that bad smelling bacteria. Because whether you realize it or not, it's not your sweat that actually smells, it's the bacteria that moisture hits that causes the odor. So you want to diminish that bacteria as much as possible. Lastly, once that's all dried, I then put my Clay Dry over top of it, and I am good for the day. I also carry little like feminine wipes in my purse just in case I need to freshen up at any point. But for the most part, I mean, I'm in a very hot climate and I really haven't had any issues with odors. But if you are self-conscious, or if you are someone who found yourself having to reapply even with regular deodorant, you definitely want to take those measures to have you know, wet ones, wipes, feminine wipes, something on you to clean up and, you know, make sure that you can get that odor gone immediately, because nobody, like I said, wants to be around the funky person. I know I don't. So anyway, those are my tips for how to smell good all day long without using deodorant. I hope you thoroughly understand the reason why you want to diminish and stop using deodorants, traditional deodorants, and I hope that some of my tips will help you in your journey to transition to no deodorant or natural deodorants. So please comment below, let me know some of the products you have tried. Oh, and this is an honorable mention. I haven't actually tried it, but I hear a lot of people saying great things about Primal Paste. I guess it's a paste that you put underneath your arms. It's worth giving it a try if you don't like the clay dry. But again, let me know what you're using, and please thumbs up and share this video if you like it. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.